Hi there folks. So today I thought I would show you something that I have heaps of. Stampin' Up doesn't sell it at the moment, and most people who do crafting, any kind of paper crafting, generally have some of this. So I'm just going to swap us over and show you what I'm talking about. Hopefully that's okay. All right, so I am talking about washi tape. And as you'll see, I've got those, but I also have an entire box full of washi tape, so that's my box. And while Stampin' Up doesn't sell it at the moment, I kind of figured, well, you know what, we really should be using what we've got as well. So I just thought I would show you a couple of ideas of things that you can do with your washi tape before it starts going off, and then you can't unpeel it anymore, because eventually they do kind of get all gunky, and I'm hoping that none of these have. So haven't tested them, we will find out. These ones here are two that I've created already, so I just thought I would show you how to make these and how to make one more. And I'm using this little punch here, so potentially these are really cheap cards to make, because so the punch costs $23, and the punch really, I have some of my punches that have been around for 15 years or so now, and they're still just as good as they were when I first got them. Then I have, hopefully you can see the beautiful gold glitter dots there. If not, there's more, but wait, there's more. So you get a whole heap of them on the sheet, and they're $14, and that works out to 9 cents a dot. So potentially I'm spending 27 cents on those 3 dots. I'm spending 30 cents on my base card, which is an A4 cut in half and scored in half, and then I have a whole heap of washi tape that is kind of negligible in cost because of the fact that I bought it so long ago, and I haven't used it. So, and really, washi tape is actually quite cheap anyway. So potentially I'm spending 57 cents to make these cards. Bargain! Like that sort of thing. All right. So I thought I would use these 3 colours to begin with for this card. So if I can persuade my thing to do this. Right. So what are we going to do this time? Let's go. Oh, I just don't know what to do. Maybe I should do it on an angle like this. We'll try that. All right. So with your washi tape, just turn your card over and trim off the excess. So line number 1 down. Let's see whether the red one will come out for me. Oh, this is looking good. Ooh, very promising. Let's go about there, I reckon. Tear off that end. Then do that, and one more. Here's that one. It's actually ever so simple. If you just take 3 and you crisscross them over like this, just seems to be relatively effective. I can't remember whether I said this last week, but somebody actually told me that you're not supposed to have even numbers of things on cards. I can't remember who it was. If it was you, then do feel free to say, it was me, Heather, it was me. So I had picked out 3 card stocks that I think will go. I think that card colours that one, that colour's close enough, and that's that one. Okay, so then we have, let's do 3 flowers. So 1, 2, 3 flowers there. don't you just love the way these punches work? So basically they have like this little tab at the bottom, and when you push it together, that little tab slides across, and it means that the punch will sit nice and flat on your top. And also, I don't know if you can see that there's like a little raised bit. So if you've got more than one punch of the same size, they all have this little circle in the bottom of them, so they can stack up on top of each other, and then you've got a little picture of them. So it's really cool, because you can have like a little stack of all these punches, and you can tell which is which just by looking at the side of it. I like that sort of thing. So, oh, that's what I forgot to get out, a green. Let's see, let's go, yeah, that'll do. All right, so one more in green. So this is just my random extra card stock that I have lots of bits left over from when I'm doing other things. So the way that, actually, you know what, I'm going to get my glasses on. Oh, isn't it amazing when you put your glasses on how much better you can see? I know I say it every time, but really should pay attention to that. Okay, there's a reason I'm cutting this flower up, and it will all make sense in a minute. I'm just gonna just trim those bits. So you will notice in these ones that there's these little green pieces underneath, and the way that I have done those is literally just add a bit of glue around where you plan to put it, and you face the bulbous end inwards, just so that you've got that little piece sticking out, and that can be your leaf. It looks a bit weird if you try and put the bulbous end outwards. It doesn't seem to work so well. And then we need a dimensional, and we pop that down on the back there, and it'll just hold our leaves in place as well as making our flower pop up from the edge. So when I do this, I just slightly curve this just with my thumb, so that it's just got that slight bowl shape to it. So let's just pop one of these onto here. Just a little leaf for that one. Might just go one leaf on this one, and let's pop two onto this one. One there, one there. And another piece of dimensional onto the back of there. So then we can peel off the dimensional-y bits, and pop these guys down. There we go. 1, 2, 3 flowers. And the flowers don't really look that exciting until you add the bit of bling to them. And then it really lifts it, so I'm just going to show you that. So got my take your pick tool, that's what this one's called. So I find it easiest if you actually get this moving on here just with your finger first of all, and then pick it up and pop it on. So 1, 2, oh, come on, off you come. In fact, you know what? I'm just going to slide that underneath there and slide it straight on like that. So how much does that lift it? Just putting those little decorations. So these ones are the gold glitter enamel dots. That's what they're called. And it just, yeah, as I say, it just makes such a difference to it. Alright, so that is that one. And then I wanted to show you something just a little bit more special to do with this punch as well. So we are going to start off with this, and this time we're going to use the greens and the gold. And I thought I would show you how to make a Christmas tree out of this. So we're going to start off with sort of more of a browny looking gold. Pop that down on in the middle at the bottom. That's going to be the stem to your Christmas tree, or the tree trunk to your Christmas tree is probably slightly more appropriate to say, isn't it? Then just need to measure it so that it's long enough. Pop that one down. Just when you're doing this, just tear it off as opposed to cutting it off, because when you cut it off you end up with a much sort of harsher line, if that makes sense. So I'll take that one and put that one on. So you're going to notice that I just go sort of like up and down and round about with these. So I've used those two. Let's move on to this one's cool. Let's pop this in. Quite as much as that. Now I'm going to tear that bit off because it's got a bit of a tear in it anyway. And there we go. Next one. Oh. That down there. And feel it. Come on, we can do this. That one feels a bit sticky. That could be getting near the end of that particular roll. It's not necessarily at the end of the roll, it's just that it's now starting to feel quite sticky, so I'm guessing that the stick is gradually coming off there, if that makes any sense at all. Hopefully it does. What else can I go with? Just all my greens. I just want one more layer on there. I might go with another one of this one because it's such a Christmassy sort of one. Alright, so there we go, that's my little layer of those. Now I'm going to use some of the glittery washi tape that I have, if I can find the end to it. Really? Where are you, end? Oh, this is ironic. This is one I actually had. There it is. No, there it isn't. Alright, so I'm going to put some onto my white cardstock here. So that I can kind of create my own glitter paper, really. There it is. There is my glittery. Let's just push that down. However, I don't really think that looks very good, so I'm going to show you how you can make something out of this. So all you do is you start snipping. So you take the center of the flower buddy bit, whatever you want to call it, and just snip it into that piece there. There we go. And then you have a star. So we can just pop that star up on a on another washi tape. Not washi tape, on a dimensional, sorry. Pop my star on top of there. So you don't have to just use it as a flower. You can trim it and make it into that. And I'm wondering what it's going to look like if I just add push that along to the edge. Oh yeah, still shows up a little bit. Cool. And here's one I made earlier. So I went with golds and silvers for this one, and then I figured that I would try greens on this one. So that is my something Saturday for today. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and let me know what you get up to with your washi tape, because it's one of those unutilized resources currently. Thanks so much for joining me. Oh, and don't forget to share this. So share the love, because then other people can join us as well, and that'd be